Hey, Danny, I'm just curious in this, what do you feel like you guys have learned from this recent stretch against Tampa and Carolina and how you guys have played them pretty close here?
Um, yeah, I mean, it's been a few good games, a couple good series for us. I just think that, we know that we have to play a full 60. I mean, I think, in some of the games we didn't quite do that, like that one second game against Tampa there. We, had a pretty big lull there in the third period. It almost cost us, so I think for us, we know what our game is, and, the biggest thing is playing it for a full 60.
And then as you guys have gone 11-7 here recently, what does that change for you and the other defensemen on the back end there? How does it change your rhythm? How does it affect, I don't know, the approach, all that stuff?
Yeah, it's a little different, on the back end with seven. You rotate an extra guy in there, so it's sometimes you're playing with a different partner. You're not always, playing with the same guy. So, whenever you're out there, you just have to know who you're playing with, and we've quite a few lefties, so sometimes our lefties flip flop sides, play the right side, and whatnot. So, you just got to be ready to kind of play with anybody and play on either side of the ice.
Next
Thank you.
up, next up, Answer Khan with M Live.
Hey, Danny, just how are you feeling now since you've been back in the lineup, played several games now in a row, compared to where you were at the start of the season? What has your progress been like health-wise?
Well, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I think it took me some time that at the start of the year there that I didn't know for sure if it was going to take me quite as long to kind of get going, but it did, and that's kind of the way things are. So, I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot stronger, and obviously when you're playing every other day, it's kind of easier to get into a rhythm of playing games and mentally staying in it. And you just got to make sure that you're taking care of your body this season because it's obviously a packed schedule.
And also, you've been playing with Phil Roenick, second year in a row for him that he's logging a lot of minutes, playing in all situations. He scored his first goal the other night, but he's been racking up a lot of assists. Just how do you feel he has progressed over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's playing great. Obviously, I watched him a lot last year, and didn't get to play last year, but I watched him, and he was very good last year, and he came in this year, and I think maybe some people were wondering how he was gonna respond after having a good year last year, and he's come in here and he's dominated. He's played really well. He's led our back end back there. He's leading the way for us, and he's been good on the power play, and he's killing penalties good now, and he's kind of doing everything. So he's one of those guys that we need him to be like that, and if we have a chance to win every night, and he's definitely done that.
Is he one of those guys that just seems to thrive on a lot of minutes and playing in all situations?
Yeah, I think so. I think he likes playing a lot, and he gets into that rhythm of the game where sometimes you're going every other shift, or there's a special teams game where you're on the power play, and then boom, is on the penalty kill right away, and so it's easier to stay in the game like that. And I think he's one of the guys who plays better like that.
Thanks, Danny.
Next up, Ted Colfin, Detroit News.
Danny, how much did that week or two off that when Blash kind of sat you a little bit, did that help you a lot? Was that kind of like a turning point a little bit for you?
I think so, yeah.
And all that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it helped me just to kind of give me more time basically, and get stuff done in the gym that I need to get done. And you come into this year and you have a shortened preseason and no preseason games or no exhibition games. Normally we would have played 8 exhibition games. So it just gave me more time to kind of get going and try to find my game a bit. And it had been a while. So like I said, now like playing every other day, you kind of get into a rhythm, and it's been going smooth lately.
What did you do during that time? I mean, did you just try to take it easy a little bit, or did you spend most of the time in the weight room, or what was that time? How'd you use that time and everything?
I basically use it as an extension of training camp. Coming into the season, what I like to do the first part of the year is just kind of hit it really hard on the ice and hit it hard in the weight room too. So that's basically what I use those 3 weeks to do, is to just try to get myself into the best game shape as possible, both on and off the ice, and do the best that I could in terms of that.
Hey, individually, I mean, what did you expect this season? I mean, did you kind of, has it been going the way you kind of thought it would be? I mean, did you know it was going to be a little bit difficult to come all the way back to where you wanted to be this season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, I didn't know coming into the year, what it was going to be like, how I was going to feel in terms of that types of stuff. So, my mindset was just try to come in and try to get back to 100% as much as possible and get back to playing how I was a couple seasons ago as best I could. So I knew that it could take some time, and I knew start of the year if I wasn't 100% ready that maybe I would take some games off and miss some time. So mentally, I just kind of prepared myself for that and used that time the best that I could to get going.
Hey, regardless of the injury, I mean, what does it feel like right now? It seems like you guys are playing these kind of seems like you guys are playing every other day. Is it tough mentally and physically, or are you guys getting used to it, or what?
I'd say it's a little tough if you get some bumps and bruises to feel good and healthy and recover from those because there's just not enough time, obviously, in between games. But if you're feeling good and you're skating well and you're feeling strong on the ice and stuff like that, then I think it's a benefit because you just keep going. You know what I mean? There's no breaks. There's nothing to think about. You just go out there and play. So it can kind of work both ways. Like I said, guys are really taking care of their bodies this year, doing the extra stuff that you really need to do to stay healthy.
And I'd imagine too, if a team's playing well, you can really get on a roll playing every other day. And likewise, if you're in a slump, I mean, it'd be kind of tough to go the other way, probably.
Yeah, for sure. That's I agree there. I think it can go both ways. That's why you want to get into that groove on the positive.
Yeah.
Got to stay in it.
Sounds good. Thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
Next up, Art Regner, DetroitRedWings.com.
Hi there, Danny. Nice Western cap there. Looking good as always. I am kind of curious about, kind of follow up what Ted said. Has this been more of a mental grind for you than maybe a physical grind with everything that you've had to deal with? Rehabbing, this weird schedule, being put on waivers. I mean, where are you mentally and emotionally at this point?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of like you said, it's kind of been a season of ups and downs for me. But like I was telling Ted, they're just trying to stay as positive as possible and try to find my game, like I said, to where I was a couple seasons ago. And obviously, it hasn't been easy. So just trying to battle out there every night, compete, and give the team the best chance to win every night.
When you look at it, you're playing Dallas. Haven't played them since late January. They've gone through some things too. Have only played 25 games. This new system that we're all under, Blash just said he might incorporate it some when everything gets back to normal of Zoom calls and meetings and all that. Do you feel with the way this schedule is that you're properly prepared for Dallas? You have a good scouting report on them, and that this new way of doing things has actually been beneficial?
Yeah, I like it. I kind of prefer it because it lets you get a little more time away from the rink if that's what you need. So you don't always have to be sitting in meetings all day or on practice days and stuff like that. You can kind of log into the app and see the scouting report and special teams and all that stuff that you need to work on that night. So it's in some ways I think it's been kind of nice because it gives you a little more freedom to kind of look at that stuff when you want.
Great. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back shortly with Coach Blasher.